Hello and a very good morning. This is EANM TV. My name is Roy Shep and I've been joined this morning by two guests who are going to be talking about RLT Angels, what they are, why they've been created and what they're hoping to achieve. The first person probably doesn't need an introduction because this Congress is her Congress. It's Paola Anna Erba, who's the President of EANM, and you're doing a great job and the team are doing a fantastic job, aren't they? You're also the Vice President of RLT Angels, so we'll be hearing from you in a moment about that. But we've also been joined by Jasminka Taleska, who's one of the initiators of RLT Angels and is the Executive Director for Platforms of RLT CAR-T at Novartis. Did I get that right?
Yes, you're right.
Okay.
More or less.
All right. Okay.
So I'm the Portfolio Policy Executive Director for the platforms for CAR-T and RLT.
So your meetings at the office must be so long when everybody introduces everybody, when they've got all these titles. Now, I said in the introduction that you were one of the initiators of RLT Angels. Can you briefly explain what RLT Angels are and why was it felt necessary to create it?
Yeah, sure. Well, RLT Angels is a non-profit association that was established before a couple of months. And actually, it's a multi-stakeholder initiative that we created to support the healthcare systems to be better ready for the upscaling of this therapy for the patients to be able to get access on time.
Radioligand Therapy, so yes. RLT is what that means.
Exactly.
Okay, so
we do a lot of abbreviations.
Why has EANM got involved in this?
Because Radioligand Therapy is our business. Now, you are right, Roy. It's why EANM need to be part of another association or another group. That is a very good question. I mean, the idea is to put different stakeholders on the same table, because we understood that from the industry perspective, from the scientist perspective, from the clinician perspective, we are all sharing the same challenges, which is and the same goals. That at the end is providing patients what they need, and everybody can contribute to facilitate the transfer of science into clinical practice. And that is really where we are standing together to speed up the process of delivering therapy to patients.
Okay, so give us an idea of the timeline. It's a relatively new organization set up last year, or thought of last year, and then set up this year. What have you managed to achieve so far, and how happy are you with the development so far?
Well, actually, the initial idea started very early, let's put it like that, because during the process when we started to really upscale radioligand therapy to broader indications, we saw the challenge that we have faced with the non-clinical barriers and the barriers in the healthcare systems in the countries. And
can you explain what you mean by that?
I mean by that you can have the perfect product, you can have the patients, but there's still a lot of barriers that are blocking the therapy and the innovation to get to the patients.
So is that purely a human thing, or is it policy and regulatory things?
There are a couple of factors, and mainly the most detectable barriers that we have mapped during our work is that there are a couple of ones like referral pathway of the patients. RLT is a new treatment modality, so a lot of the experts still are not aware about it. So the patients needs to be properly referred to be able to get access to this therapy on time. Then you have the re-regulations, who actually, as a policy person, even though I don't like to admit, but the policies are not following the pace of the science. And to be able
that's always been the case,
exactly,
especially the leading technology.
And this is the challenge that we are seeing in the healthcare systems, because when you have outdated regulations and non-harmonized regulations, these are some of the things that delay the patients to get access to this therapy. Then the infrastructures and the number of centers who can deliver this therapy. And of course, the most important part is the workforce. Workforce will be one of the barriers that we are seeing that will be a huge problem for the future, not just for RLT, but also for the other innovative treatments. And this is why I think it's important, the collaborations with the medical association.
Is that a lack of the workforce, or is it too dispersed as a workforce in too many different countries with different ways of doing things?
Well, more or less both, but I think the lack of the workforce is one of the biggest challenges, especially in the European Union, that we are seeing.
Yeah.
It's also about the reskill of the current workforce, because whenever you are bringing innovation, then you need the current people to get upskill to what is now needed. And that is not so given for granted, and you can't wait university to think how to retrain people, because that won't ever happen. And so that is why medical society are coming to help.
But it's also absolutely what a congress like this is about, where everybody I've been talking to has been saying that they come out of their daily job and they see things that are happening years before they might otherwise know about it. So what, as president of EANM, do you think EANM brings to a community like this?
So EANM bring top of the science and pop of the rock, we will say, singing, which is very good, but still, before that is translated, as you say, in practice, there is a gap. And this is exactly why the radioligand therapy are putting the ground to understand that the system need to be ready. Otherwise, whatever innovation you are bringing is not uptaking, as we like uptake with radiopharmaceutical. It's the same. So if you don't have flow, no uptake of the radiopharmaceutical. That is the same. If the ground is not ready, there is no seeds that is giving a nice tree. And that is exactly the point.
So where are you at now? You helping create centers, and then from those centers, you will build from that? Try and explain to me.
Yeah, the concept of the initiative itself is really to bring different stakeholders as partners to set up a
cohesive
proper
community
concept. Yes,
yeah.
The concept of the RLT Angels is we're going to have a scientific board and experts in the field who are going to develop the blueprints, the models, how to optimize the already existing capacity to be able to serve more patients. Then we will have a proper models for trainings and curricula who will be able to be shared as a support for the workforce. Of course, there will be a pillar on building real-world evidence data and collect all the insights through the processes of delivering this therapy to help for the future developments. And of course, the most important part, we are preparing with RLT Angels to create the biggest RLT community to gather all the experts to be able to serve for the future. Because currently what we are delivering today, it's important what will be the future of this platform. And the future of this platform is very promising.
And what sort of time frame are you talking about? Are you talking the next year, 3 years, 5 years, or beyond that?
Well, of course, the strategy, what we have set up now, we're working on finalizing all those deliverables and then have official proper launch in the upcoming year. So stay tuned. I hope in the next EANM we will be able to share more and to really have the first insights and experience with this association. But I would really like to stress once again the importance of how this was perceived from all stakeholders that we've talked to ask them would they like to join on this kind of initiative.
Was it something that when you explained it to the different stakeholders who've got their own priorities and their own challenges, was it a difficult sell? I mean, did you have to try and persuade them, or did their eyes light up and go, oh yes, we absolutely need this?
Actually, yeah, first I would say that actually it was much more easier than I thought, because I think we all share the same passion for this platform. And it's very important because all those different stakeholders bring different expertise, and we do have and share the same vision to be able to prepare the healthcare systems to be able to serve 1 million patients till 2030 and to have 1,000 centers who will be able to deliver this therapy till then.
On top of your day jobs?
Exactly, on top of our day jobs.
Absolutely. They are there to multiply hours but the point was exactly transforming complaints into action, because everybody is able to say, we are not ready, how can we do? No way, there is no time to complain, we need to build up. And then this was the trigger for everybody, understanding that we are on the same side, because that is not always the case. Sometimes you see only industry as somebody selling a product, but if they really got into the point that if you are not preparing the system, any product will fail. And so this is on the long term, is an investment in the community.
So this is competitors working together for the common
indeed,
good as well. So,
can you imagine on the same table?
well, there is a word, was it co-opetition, I think is the word that I heard years and years ago. But in terms of the way you're describing it, it sounds as though the strategy and all of the building blocks have been agreed, and you're moving now into the practicalities of how you do manage to help 1 million patients with, all of those centers in the time frame that you've got. That's very clear. How doable do you think it is in real terms? It's great to have that vision, but is that achievable?
Well, with the passion and the support that we have from our founding partners of the association and the excitement around the other members who wants to join, I think it is. And I still see the huge commitment of these initiatives to succeed, because in the end of the day, we need to serve the patients. And if we do not provide accessibility through the healthcare systems to the patients to reach them on time, then we are failing as doctors,
but it's also
and as experts as well.
It's also helping educate patients.
Oh, of course, yes.
And that's the thing that seems to be lacking, that it's a very vague, very misunderstood environment. So if you were to try and explain the benefit to a patient, how would you do that, Paola?
What I generally said to my patient when they are asking is that is a treatment as many others that is super controlled and super regulated, so you do not have to be afraid, because it's a product that is a magician, is somebody that is producing while you are sleeping and then is delivering to you. Morning you wake up, you have your drug, in this case your radiopharmaceutical, and then you have to stay in a special place because it's such a special treatment that you need a special house to have been treated. And then you go home, and then you have the caregiver to be educated, because in this context, patient is important, but the supporting system with the caregiver, the family,
it's new to them.
Yeah, it's totally new, and that's why we are working to provide a small leaflet with very key information. So, and we are very happy because also in this setting we have many patient organizations that are interested in helping us, because they know what they need better than us.
And anything that they've got that can help explain the situation in a way that, because it's so new, that can be very challenging in itself, can't it?
Yeah, but also, which are the key questions to be asked? Which are the key answers that you need to know before you decide to take this treatment? And that is very key, to have the patient on your side. Otherwise, if you don't have them, if you don't find the proper alliance, that the treatment is not succeeding as much as possible.
I would imagine patients are on your side, because you're helping save their lives. But if somebody wants to know more about this, what would you invite them to do? How to get involved and where to get involved?
So RLT Angels Initiative has an official website, rltangels.com, where they can go and check what is the latest. Also, we do have a LinkedIn page. And they should also follow some of the posts and announcements from EANM site as a founding member, the biggest supporter of this initiative. We are regularly updating which are the advancements, and of course they can reach out through the website to the board and either ask questions, or either if they're interested to join, we are happy to set up a proper meetings with them to be able to explain them properly what is the vision, what are the next steps, which is the potential collaboration that they can be part on. Because I think, like you said, this is just in the beginning, but even to get till here, it really takes us time, but now I think now we are ready to kick off and go and prepare some of the materials and all the informations that are required, so the hospital centers, the experts, the patient advocacy groups can reach out through the website and get the support that they will need it.
Sounds to me as though what you're doing is just gaining momentum. So thank you so much indeed for joining us today. Paola, thank you in particular for a fantastic congress. Good luck with the rest of it. I know that you're running around all over the place. Everybody wants to talk to you at this, including us, of course. But thank you very much. That's all from EANM TV for today. Have a great day at the Congress today. Hope you get to a lot of sessions because there are so many more to see. I'll see you next time.